Hey, what's up, everyone? If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I like knives. You know I kind of like big, chunky knives. I like cleavers. I like knives that have some aggressive jimping on the blade, and I like thicker blade stock and whatnot. So I recently, well, I shouldn't say recently, but I saw one not too long ago, and I said that checks a lot of boxes. And I've been meaning to pick one up. I finally did, and as you can tell, it's a Concept. My first Concept knife, actually, and it is the Korvid XL. Now, some of you probably have heard that they make the Korvid XL, the Korvid Mini, and recently they started making the Korvid Medium. I was almost going to get the Corvid Medium, but I said, you know what? With something like this, you just have to get kind of crazy. So, if you're not familiar with it, it has a flipper and thumb studs right here. I believe it's on bearings. It has a 154 cm blade, a fine G10 handle. So it actually feels like my micarta almost, but it's a G10 handle. It has a deep carry pocket clip, not too thick. Steel liners, they appear to be skeletonized. But that's not the big stuff. The big stuff is this right here. This knife is a monster. I love it. Let's take a few measurements. So, let's pull that back here. The blade is roughly, let's see, let's put it right there. So the blade is about maybe 3.6 inches. The cutting edge is, well, let's see, maybe about a little less than 3.25 inches. The handle is a little over 5 inches, but just shy of 5.25. I'd say maybe 5.2 inches. And overall length is about 8.75 inches. As far as the handle thickness, looking at maybe 1.33 inches. This is like my favorite part here. This is, let's see, almost 2 inches. This is a thick, heavy blade. Now, besides, I mean, just look at that. Then it's got the fuller slash blood groove at the top, and it came pretty sharp. I'll do a little quick cutting test here too. Whoops, that wasn't good. Okay, what's up with this paper? I was just cutting stuff. There we go. So, pretty nice. I'm happy with that. You can see from this side, it is pretty thick. It really fills the hand. I like it very much. And then the G10 is kind of stepped down a little bit, not slightly chamfered, I would say here, and then stepped down. So it's pretty comfortable. I'm not sure if you would call this jimping or not, but I like it. I'm going to call it jimping. It's kind of wider apart than your typical jimping. Like the other day, I was carrying a Kaiser Mini Sheepdog, and like this one has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's call them 5 jimp bumps, for lack of a better term. And the sheepdog has a very fine jimping, and the bumps are very, very close to each other. So like you feel it's there, it's helpful. But this is just kind of like, I've never seen jimping like that, and I like it. The other things I like about this, and this kind of goes into that, is it has this massive finger choil, which I like quite a bit. And this, as soon as I noticed it, I was pretty happy. Uh, it kind of dips in here like for your thumb. I love that. So of course, you can hold it like this, no problem. But then you can kind of put your thumb right here and it just really fits in good. So if you're kind of doing like a push cut like this, it is just awesome. It is phenomenal. And I also noticed some other things that impressed me. It's a liner lock, as you can tell. And I hope you can see this, but they also like chamfered the liner lock there. So you could tell it's, kind of wide in through here, right there. And then it goes really, really thin right there before it goes up, and it's very, very easy, as you could tell, to access that liner lock. I mean, I've had some liner locks that are almost kind of, I don't want to say sharp, but let's just say unpleasant to the touch. Then you see a lot of them where it's just kind of a piece of like squared off steel. But this one, they really did a nice job of having it gradually dip down, and it starts like right into the scale. So hitting that is not a big deal at all. Which brings me to another thing. This is the most drop shut knife I own. Watch this. Right out of the box. Um, Now we could say, oh, those are some great bearings it's on, and that might be the case. I tend to think it's because this blade is so freaking big and heavy, it just powers through and helps gravity do its job. It's just, I just love this thing. It's awesome. My wife saw it and she's like, like it's a cleaver. I'm like, yes, it's a cleaver. And I've seen some other reviews where I think it was the Metal Complex review. If you're interested in this knife, check out Metal Complex's review. And he's just kind of laughing at it because it's kind of like insane, but cool insane. Like, I'm going to carry this. I am going to EDC this knife or cleaver. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, some people. I mean, you got a pretty good sized blade there, so that's great for EDC. And then you got kind of a widened belly in here. That's great. And then you got the choil to choke up on it. Fantastic. The only thing this doesn't have is it's not like a sharp pointy knife like a ProTech Godson or ProTech Newport. Trying to think of what else, like maybe the Leak. It's not like that, but you know what? You do have a point here, and you can use that point. I've just today I opened a bunch of boxes and envelopes and all this other kind of stuff. I just get the little point in there and go, whoosh. It opens like a dream. Fantastic. And then for you guys who like lanyards, which I would count myself amongst, there is a lanyard hole there. So you can use that to put your lanyard. I'm actually thinking about whether I should connect the lanyard in there or maybe just kind of wrap it around and put in one of these spacers. I kind of like that idea better in one way because I feel like if I do that, that the lanyard might sit a little bit better. I don't know. I'm going to experiment. Since I'm the guy who makes the lanyards, if I mess up, I'm only, spending like 28 cents of my money. So that's not bad. I can deal with that. So this cost $78. I believe the medium ones, the M, is probably about 70 or so. And then they have the little mini Corvids, which are like, I think like 2.5 inches long or something. And those are 60. The little mini Corvids are pretty cool. I like them. And I'd probably have one if it was like 30, but I just can't see spending $60 on, I kind of think it's a gimmick knife. The medium is cool depending on what the carry laws are in your state. Carry laws in my state, if it's concealed, can't be over 3 inches. If it's open carried, it can be over 3 inches. So basically, like I have like the pants I'm planning on wearing tomorrow, I have a pocket on the side of the leg, and my shirt does not cover it. So as far as I'm concerned, that's open carry. So I should be fine. And let's face it, if a cop sees it, then I can say, hey, if you saw it, it must be open carry. So I'm okay with that. But if you are interested in this at all, I will have an Amazon link in the description for the Korvid XL. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the video, press the thumbs up. I appreciate it. You have a good day. Talk to you later.